And I would love to talk now to your president and CEO, Yao Jean Chan. అండ్ ఆయనతో మాట్లాడి మరిన్ని విషయాలు తెలుసుకుందాం. ఇక్కడ ఆయన రాచముద్ర వేస్తే న్యాచురల్ ఇంకా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వస్తుంది. అండ్ ITU ఇంటర్నేషనల్ టెక్నాలజికల్ యూనివర్సిటీ CEO యావ్ జీన్ చాన్ తోటి ప్రస్తుతం ITU ఒక ముందడుగు వేసి వీళ్ళందరినీ ఆదుకునే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తుంది. దాంతోపాటు కూడా ITU తన కోర్సెస్ని ఏ విధంగా పొందుపరిచిందో కూడా తెలుసుకోబోతున్నాం. యావ్ జీన్ చాన్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఫర్ జాయినింగ్ అస్. అండ్ దిస్ ఇస్ స్వప్న హియర్ ఆన్ బిహాఫ్ ఆఫ్ iDream.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to speak to iDream. It's a wonderful opportunity for us. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody knows that studying in America is a dream that everybody has. And I'd like to know a little bit about ITU. What kind of courses do you offer?
Well, ITU offers masters and PhDs in all the cutting edge areas that the Silicon Valley is known for. ITU doesn't have tenure, so 90% of our instructors come directly from industry, from all of the top companies, Google, Tesla, SpaceX, Microsoft, NVIDIA, AMD, Applied Materials, Cadence, you name it. So ITU's curriculum follows the trends of Silicon Valley technology very closely, so that when the trends change, ITU's course curriculum will change with it. That way, when we peg it like that to the trends, what happens is our students are always very welcomed in the Silicon Valley because they are taught the curriculum that growing tech companies need in order for them to continue their expansion with the skilled labor. So ITU provides that skilled labor through ITU students.
So then it would be right to say that the technology sector is constantly, rapidly evolving now, and hence it would help all those people, irrespective of the recession, people who want to upgrade their skills, that they should pursue some courses in a place like ITU, right?
Absolutely, and it's great that you mentioned the recession. I'd say a few words of that. Technically, I'm not even sure if we're in a recession, but if we are, what we do know for sure is that unemployment in the United States still remains very low, about 3.5%, and in the Silicon Valley even lower, at 2%. So even though there's been very big news with the Twitter layoffs, the Amazon layoffs, and I think Google is going to lay off another 10,000, in Silicon Valley, those people being laid off are being picked up very quickly again. So, and nice. Particularly those students at ITU, because we train in those sectors, of course, again, in technology, where we know that there are jobs. And, we like to say that there's a saying that in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. How that applies to ITU is that we teach courses that are needed by Silicon Valley. For example, quantum computing right now is a very big thing. And it is known throughout the industry that if you have only 1 year of quantum computing under your belt, you're already considered a veteran. So not a lot of universities are teaching this, but ITU certainly is. And we emphasize those areas that get.
So you were saying that quantum computing is one of the programs that many companies look out for in the Silicon Valley.
Absolutely, and we have emphasis in 3 areas that we've been emphasizing for the last 6 months, even before the talk of all this layoffs and whatnot. We have 3 certificate programs that are all those certificate credit towards an ITU degree in computer science or software engineering, computer engineering. But those 3 certificates are AI, machine learning, and data science, which is very hot, I know, also in India. Also cybersecurity and networking, which is also very hot globally, worldwide. And now we've added in IC chip design and production. Because as you may know, President Biden signed into law the 2002 CHIPS and Science Act, which allocates $280 billion to U.S. domestic chip manufacturing and design. And then I think it was 2 weeks after that, Intel allocated another $30 billion into creating a fab in Texas to compete directly with TSMC. And then another 2 weeks after that, Micron announced that they were putting in another $100 billion in U.S. chip domestic manufacturing and design. I think it's because it's considered a national security issue to make sure that the flow of chips, which is applied to so many of our electronics, does not stop. So that's over $400 billion that have been announced in the last 6 months that's going in to chip design and manufacture. Now, ITU, this is our bread and butter. My father, who founded ITU, was an EECS professor, and we had 3 IEEE fellows teaching at ITU at the very beginning. So this electrical engineering, and I believe it's called electronics engineering in India, is definitely our specialty. But then in the last 22 years that I've been at ITU, this field has been going down in terms of student numbers and in terms of jobs. And software, of course, has been growing up just like in India. So this is a very dramatic turnaround. This is the first time in 22 years where if you have the background of mechanical engineering, systems engineering, electrical engineering, physics, material science, now you're hot stuff. So, and we know that there are so many talented people in India with these backgrounds, these hard science engineering backgrounds. And we really welcome these students into.
That's such good news. You know what, Yao? My daughter studied electrical engineering in India. So that's good news. And I always used to think about how she would fit into the industry.
You got to bring her over. We'll take great care of her, and I'll assure you, her background, if she studies at ITU, will be top notch. We really have the best instructors. We're very lucky and we're very fortunate that the best in the Valley tend to come to ITU. That's been true since before I was the CEO and president of ITU, and I think that was a culture that my father set into place that has continued on even into my tenure at ITU. So, yeah.
So, looks like you have a very clear vision how to take ITU forward.